Now, so taking a look at the SC18 Grand Prix, and yeah, this is a pretty awesome Lamborghini. That said, it's an A-class, pretty awesome Lamborghini. So, like, yeah, I'm sure, like, this season pass, the entire thing has pretty much been the same problem as the Porsche, in the fact that there is now, what is it, 10 different Lamborghinis in game, and so many of them are so similar. And that is because, like, yeah, they have a style. This one, again, like I said, it's pretty awesome. It's one of the higher end A-class cars. That said, Grand Prix for it's pretty tight in the terms of, like, people will be fighting for a key for this one. So if this is one of your first Grand Prix, know that, yeah, like, if you finish this Grand Prix and you don't come away with a key from it, you absolutely finish with effectively nothing. You'll have a tuned up car in your garage, but no way of using it. Now, tiers, at least the tiers in this have slightly more keys. That is to say, like, you've got the 9 keys in tier 1, as well as, say, like, these packs, which have a 2% drop chance across each pack. Yeah, a 2% drop chance, 50 chances of a key there. It's pretty cool. Throughout the different tiers, then you do get the decals in tier 1 and tier 2, as well as, what is it, 5 keys, I think, in tier 2. Yeah, and then, say, like, a 60% chance, more or less, at a key, and dropping down as you go down to, like, 10 to about 40% chance at a key. Tier 3, then you're looking at no more decals, 1 epic import part for that, and yeah, pretty much key, and then 40% for the person in 4th place. So definitely, like, you're going to be gunning for a win if you want to keep onto the car. But at least Tier 4 does have 2 keys in this, as opposed to 1 in the Yesco event, and Tier 5 even has a key. Now, there is a potential that people will drop back and try and, like, sandbag and steal those. But all you can do is really just do your best in the times and placements, see how you get on. And yeah, your practice time should also determine which group you fall into. So for the time being, I actually have a fantastic practice time, 17.5. Well, fantastic for me. But I completely messed up all 3 runs during qualification 1. I just, yeah, completely tanked them. My outside my flat has buildings and stuff going on at the moment, which, yeah, is incredibly loud, so I couldn't record that. So if you're kind of newish to these Grand Prix, for these qualifications, it's basically, I guess, if you've got 3 attempts to qualify, so you got Q1, 2, and 3, and in each one of those, it's a case that the top 10 people in your groups will get dumped into the qualification, so they'll have qualified. And then after that, you'll be able to practice and, like, increase your time, so it'll decide which tier you drop into. It'll also be better to do it as early as possible because, yeah, once you qualify, you get access to these last couple of things here. Which, yeah, it's going to give you access to 8 blueprints for the SC18, as well as some extra packs and credits and stuff. So definitely worth doing ASAP. Like I said, I just tanked my runs yesterday. Unlike in the actual Grand Prix, though, when you do a qualification run and you fail at 3 of them, or, well, do a poor time in a 3 of them, there's no option to, like, spend tokens to have extra runs. So it is just 9 qualification runs effectively that people will have. What I would advise for it is, if you're coming from other game modes, make sure, so, like, if you're doing multiplayer beforehand, make sure and close down the game first, then reopen it, do 1 practice run, and then do a race, because the practice runs are on the same track. And usually in this game, if you're going to get a crash at all, it will be when you change from one game mode to the other. So yeah, restart game, 1 practice run, then do your race to do the qualification. And so took my own advice, restarted the game, done a practice run, put in a 117.5, done an actual race, 118. Then my second attempt, threw it in a ditch. So yeah, final qualification round here, and I'm gonna see if I can beat that 118, because that has me just in 5th place at the minute for qualifications. I hate Grand Prix a bit. Yeah, definitely pump in all the credits into your car, because, like, yeah, you at least want to throw credits on this one, maybe not tokens just yet in a Grand Prix. Well, you can't actually, but yeah, just definitely, like I said, throw your credits on that, tune it up to max. US Midwest's whirlwind curve is pretty cool, other than the minor performance issues around that titular whirlwind curve, but just a bit of yellow nitro at the start here until you get the yellow bottle, and then give it the imperfect every time the car just leaves the ground. Same again with here, and just drift tight, shockwave towards the ramp, and just make sure you hit it just on the lights or kind of just below the lights. You should be fine. Just don't want to gain too much air at all into the cave. Around 220, so that's fine. Tight drift, shockwave, not 316 here because you just want to build up as much speed as possible for the straight, so I'm trying to keep it stable. Open drift here to get the nitro back up to the 200 miles an hour mark or close to. And yeah, I'm gonna stay up top here because I'm gonna keep this car, like I said, drifting at the 200 speed. Round the corner, shockwave towards the barrel ramp. I'm going fairly low here so as to avoid the car parked on the left hand side. Tight drift around, shockwave as soon as it's full. 360 and into a blue nitro state then. Ooh, missed the blue. Not great for the finish. Yeah, I'm just going to use the blue to get down towards the finish line. 117.7. Gets me one place at least, and maybe a small bit safer for qualification in the second qualification round. But yeah, having a building site starting up at 10 to 11 at night, yeah, not cool. Especially because they've been there all day, which is really great. And it's like literally reaching the limit of how much paracetamol you can take. Apologies if that's loud on the video, by the way. It doesn't appear to be too much. It'll be background beeping, hopefully. But yeah, 117.7. Like my practice round more or less is the same thing, just with nailing that blue 360 towards the end instead. Oh, fourth place. Congratulations, keep your position to qualify. I mean, what's that asking me to do? Go around and like threaten the other people who are racing? Oh, I can't really improve on it because yeah, you can't do a fourth race. Like I said, that second run I done was hilarious. I just literally started off, hit the first barrel ramp, skidded, and just went straight off into the grass. Like something probably happens to me about 1 in 100 races, and of course it would be in a live actual qualification run. See there as well, immediately just a race getting grayed out, but 117.765. That's not too bad. Hopefully, like I said, it qualifies me on the second group. You do have a couple of people who are still to race inside in my bracket, but yeah, hopefully, like I said, that makes the top 10 till morning. What is it, 11 hours to go? So yeah, obviously some racers are still to put their times in. Does put me above a couple of people at least in my group, and yeah, push me over fifth. Oh, Grand Prix, stress. Building site, stress. Video games should not be stress. The SC18 is another Lamborghini. It's very similar to kind of the Veneno in a way. The only difference being the fact that, like, that's one of the cool things about the SC18. It's in the A class, so yeah, you can use that in Platinum multiplayer before you get to Legend League, so it could really help with that, because it's effectively kind of the same as some of the S-Class Lambos, but, you know, it's the same as, like, the way the Carrera GT is, like, a Porsche 918, but in the B class, yeah, this SC18 is effectively a Lamborghini from the S-Class in the A-Class, so it's kind of breaking that class barrier, which again, you know, doesn't make too much difference until it comes to stuff like elite competitions and yeah, multiplayer leagues where you'll be able to use that one a bit sooner. All I can say realistically with these qualifications is good luck. Look at your own groups if you do qualify. See if you know the names of the players who are inside them. If you see people from certain clubs and stuff like that, you might know the fact that they're either going to spend a lot of real money on it or tokens. So judge it yourself, because there is no point in, like, say if you're a 25% to a 50% racer, if you are willing to spend, you know, 10k tokens on this, but you see the fact that you've landed in a group that's got somebody that you know is going to bring that car up to like 5 and 6 stars, there is no point in you spending your 10,000 tokens. All you're going to do is burn the tokens, burn the credits, and yeah, burn any desire you have to play this game, because nothing sucks more than spending tokens and not getting a car. Well, some stuff does. Building site outside sucks. I'm sure there's probably more things, but I'm not going to say them because I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, guys, good luck in your placements in this one. Sub button up there if this video helps you out at all. And there is other videos from me here and here. Good luck always, and yeah, drive safe in this one.